What is the street parking vault?
The street parking vault is one workout a week for 25 weeks with the goal of helping you build consistency.
You can do any version of the workout.
You can customize these workouts and make them work for your equipment and fitness level.
Each week, log your workouts before your time is up.
Remember, your scores do not matter.
You just can't miss.
Welcome to the 2023 Vault. This is week 24 and the workout is Eye of Ra. Today, Leanne is here joining me in the garage. We have some wall balls, we have a farmer carry. Leanne typically uses a single dumbbell for her in place of the wall ball, so she has it set there. I have my 20-pound wall ball there. Dumbbells for the farmer carries there. It's gonna be a good time. If you need any other customizations and all the movement demos that you're gonna see in this workout, head on over to my.streetparking.com or the app. Let's get it, Leanne.
All right, Chelsea, we are off with the Eye of Ra, the 24th workout of the 2023 Vault. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I am excited.
All right, let's hear a little bit about this workout. What are they doing today?
They are doing 4 rounds. It's 25 unbroken wall ball.
Ooh.
Or you can also do 25 single dumbbell thruster or an empty barbell thruster.
Okay.
And then it's followed by a 200-meter farmer carry.
Ooh,
Pretty spicy.
Okay, so Leanne's doing the single dumbbell thruster into a farmer carry. That sounds grippy.
Yes, it's gonna be grippy. I think for the farmer's carry though, it doesn't have to be unbroken.
Okay.
So going with like a weight that you're very confident in and knowing that you can break it up anywhere from like 2 to 4 sets inside of the 200 meters will be super helpful. She said she's gonna try to go unbroken on the first couple rounds, so we'll see how that goes.
Right on, so they are both done with their first set of wall balls off onto the farmer carry. It is great news that it doesn't have to be unbroken because that would be just the worst.
The worst.
Could you imagine unbroken wall balls into an unbroken farmer carry?
Yeah, very challenging. A little, I mean, you might have to rest a little bit more, but
they can rest in the farmer carry, which is great news. So would you recommend resting from the jump, or what would you do to approach this one?
I would probably, honestly, I would probably break from round 1 at the halfway point.
Okay.
And then from there, I would just go based on how I feel.
Okay.
I would definitely recommend breaking before you absolutely have to.
Yeah.
But it'll also be highly dependent on the weight that you choose, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, if you choose something you're really confident in, you might just be able to go unbroken, like Leanne is doing.
Wow.
Otherwise, you may have to break a little bit more.
She just turned right around, didn't set him down or anything, huh?
We'll see what DH does.
Okay. I mean, respect for Leanne. She's trucking, she's moving.
Is.
I don't think it looks like she's gonna break at all. And it looks like DH didn't break either. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess he just felt a little intimidated, you know, gotta catch up to Leanne.
Yeah.
Okay, well they are heading back in. I'm excited to see if they'll be able to keep up the unbroken farmer carries throughout the whole workout. Speaking of unbroken, it's an unbroken wall ball. What happens if they break the wall ball?
So the rule is for the wall ball that if there's any pausing, you know, with the ball at the chest, at the bottom of your squat, or if you accidentally drop the ball, you absolutely have to start back over.
No!
It has to be unbroken.
Oh my goodness, that is terrible news.
Yes.
Especially for DH, he's over there trying to, once you get back, you'll see DH is throwing his ball into like a hole in the ceiling. So I don't think we're going to hope he doesn't miss.
Accuracy will be extremely important for DH.
Oh my goodness. All right, so Leanne is on to the second round, knocking out those unbroken dumbbell thrusters. Very excited to see it. I'm not seeing, there's DH. I was wondering he got lost in traffic or something.
I wonder if he broke.
I think he must have. If not, he is the slowest walker in the history of mankind. He must have taken a quick break, which I think is probably a great idea. Because DH has, he's over there, he has a 20-pound wall ball, and he has 40-pound dumbbells. Looks like Leanne is using a 30-pound dumbbell for the single dumbbell thruster, so that's even a little bit heavy for a single dumbbell thruster.
She said it was going to be challenging for her.
That's dope. And then 25s for the farmer carry. So we've talked a bit about Program A. There isn't a B or a C in this one, but what is the shift version of the workout?
So shift version of this workout is going to be 5 rounds.
Okay.
25 air squats followed by 1 minute of a dumbbell farmer carry.
Okay. All right, so very similar.
Yes.
I like it. They're still getting the squatting, still getting that farmer carry.
Yes.
What if someone, say they wanted to do a little bit more than the shift version but weren't yet ready for the Program A? Do you have any like recommendation for an in-betweener type situation?
Yeah, so you could start with maybe just making your squats weighted. So that could be like 25 goblet squat or 25 dumbbell squat, whatever you're kind of comfortable with.
Nice.
And then if you wanted to sort of play around with the thruster, you might even consider doing the single dumbbell thruster or maybe even an empty barbell thruster and sort of just decreasing the reps. So you could do, 15 unbroken or 20 unbroken, and that will help you start dabbling into that thruster.
I like it.
But also maybe just a little bit more realistic with where you're at right at that moment.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys could hear it at home, but after that set of wall balls, DH said, and I quote, "Wow." I think he might be a little nervous about the future of this workout.
Yeah. I'm not sure he was contemplating extra challenge. I'm not sure what he decided to go with. So extra challenge for the wall ball is 30 unbroken.
Ooh.
So I'm not sure what he decided to do, but.
Well, I will count the next reps and see what he goes with.
Yeah.
We told DH ahead of time, we are going to have a strict policy. If he breaks the wall ball, we're going to go out there and tell him he has to start over.
Yeah.
He was not happy to hear that.
We're holding the standard
But
high
we're
here.
holding him accountable because why not? It's fun. All right, so the Eye of Ra is the feminine counterpart to the sun god Ra and a violent force that subdues his enemies. So that's fun. Apparently the eye is an extension of Ra's power, equated with the disk of the sun, but often behaves as an independent goddess. The more you know, Chelsea, the more you know. And that is the Eye of Ra. Love it. All right, so Leanne is back.
I think she
2 rounds complete. I think so too. I didn't look, to be honest, but about timing-wise, it seems that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you think you're gonna approach this workout? Like, you know you have to go into these unbroken wall balls. Do you have any advice for making it through those?
Yeah, so I think for the wall ball, like one thing that really helps me just from like sort of a mental strategy is it can be really daunting sometimes to do unbroken anything, right? So it's kind of breaking it down into small goals.
Okay.
So for me, I might say, okay, I'm gonna get to 10 reps. I know I'll be able to do that fairly easily, right? And then from there, it's like, okay, I'm gonna get to 15.
Okay.
Now as I'm starting to feel it a little bit more, and then once you get to 20 and then into those 25 reps, you're really gonna have to start digging deep.
Yeah.
But in my head, I like to just break it down into small goals, get to the next step, and then go from there, and it will go by quicker than you think.
Yeah.
In terms of movement, there's tons of different things you could do for the wall ball. You could focus on your breathing, making sure that you are breathing, because sometimes we tend to like hold our breath.
That's so true.
It's like you don't realize it, or maybe you're just taking really shallow breaths, right? So really focusing on taking some deep breaths. And then one thing that DH was focusing on is he wanted to drop his shoulders. I'm not sure if he's doing that. We'll watch him on the next round, but just to relax his arms a little bit. But he said he typically leaves them up. So we'll see what he's doing when he comes back in.
Leanne is finishing up nice those 3rd round of unbroken dumbbell thrusters. Do you have any advice for if you were gonna go with the dumbbell thruster, picking a weight for that?
Yeah, I think for the dumbbell thruster, just picking a weight where you know you need to be somewhat confident in it, but the last maybe 5 to 10 reps should sort of scare you a bit. So you got to be confident in knowing you can do it, A.
Okay.
But with that being said, there is an element of like challenging yourself and kind of stepping outside of your comfort zone. So obviously you could see, you know, how you're feeling for that day and go based on that, but try to challenge yourself just a little bit because that will be sort of the crux to this workout and sort of the stimulus that we're looking for.
So the last 5 to 10 reps should scare you, not the first 5 to 10.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
You should be,
That's an important note.
And I think it's okay to like take a break from your farmer's carry into your wall ball. So
like DH is doing right now.
It doesn't need to be like a super quick transition. So knowing that might help you when you're choosing the weight as well.
All right, here goes DH. Form looks good, and it looks like his aim is on. Let's hope it stays that way.
And he is kind of dropping his arms to sort of relax his shoulders. He said that was one thing that he struggles with during wall balls. His shoulders get really tired.
Yeah. All right, DH. Leanne is out for her farmer carry. DH is knocking out his next set of what we hope to be unbroken wall balls, because if not, we're gonna no rep him. We're gonna tell him he has to start over. So he is focused on that spot in the hole in the ceiling. I don't know. I think we need to try to get a shot of this for you guys at home, because it is a precarious situation.
Honestly, I'm impressed. I would be so scared if I had to throw my wall ball to that target.
Yeah, if in an unbroken situation, it's daunting for sure.
Yeah, unbroken for sure.
Nice. Nice, DH.
I'm not doing it. Not breaking.
He's crushing
You
it.
heard it. He said he refuses to break. He will be bent but not broken in today's workout. So this one, I mean, shoulders. And if you're doing the thruster, grippy. Grippy, grippy, grippy.
Yeah, and I think if your shoulders get tired during wall balls, it's likely that your shoulders are going to get tired on the farmer carry as well.
Yeah.
Just from holding. So I think it's important that once you pick up those dumbbells and you start walking, walk with a sense of urgency, like quick, fast steps.
Nice.
Is going to be super key to getting the farmer carry done and out of the way.
Solid on the pacing. We are 10.5 minutes into this workout. The score is your total time. The goal is 12 to 17 minutes. So we're looking right on pace for this one.
Leanne's crushing it.
Absolutely crushing it. Very impressed. Leanne's coming to us from Baltimore. She is a secret squirrel for the Air Force, 19 years in, soon to be retired, and then is looking to pursue a health and wellness career.
That's awesome.
Which I absolutely adore.
I love that too.
Her strategy going into this workout was, well, not a strategy. She said she's just going to see how it works out, and it looks like her non-strategy is working because she's absolutely crushing it right now.
Yeah. Sometimes the best way to approach workouts is just, I'll go based on how I feel, right?
Yeah.
We kind of come in with these strategies and then it sort of doesn't work, or maybe
100%.
we underestimated ourselves. So just kind of like going based on how you feel, pushing when you can.
Yeah.
It's like the best way to approach it, in my opinion.
I agree 100%, because anytime I try to formulate a plan, I go in and then it goes to hell almost immediately, which is fine, except for then I'm a little like, oh no, I'm not sticking to the plan. And then I get nervous about it. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And I don't need that extra pressure.
Or you underestimate yourself and then you're like kind of taking a little bit more rest than when actually you should be maybe pushing yourself a little bit more. You could be pushing yourself a little bit more.
Right. I mean, I think there are some workouts that you should have a bit of a plan for, but I think a good plan is knowing that you can change it, right? So maybe you could start with the plan and then think, if it changes, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's like life.
And knowing your limits with certain things, right?
Yeah.
It's like choosing what weight here is going to be like hard for some people to know, like, where am I at with the wall ball or with the thruster? Like, what weight should I choose? So you kind of have to know your limit to some degree, but definitely okay to challenge yourself.
100%. Here goes Leanne on that farmer carry, just still looking solid with the farmer carry.
This is her
I'm
last
definitely
one.
impressed. Super impressed across the board. No quit in that one. DH and Leanne are about to cross here. Little yes, good job, as they cross. She looks like she's got like a power walk going on. That's a
she's
solid
crushing
speed
it.
there.
It looks like DH is breaking it up.
Yeah. DH is definitely breaking. I think he's saving a majority of his energy for those unbroken wall balls, which in this case, where you would have to do the wall balls all over again, I respect it.
Yeah.
Save the energy where you
And
need
it's
it.
also like perfectly okay to break up the farmer's carry. I think recommended is somewhere between 2 to 4 sets for every 200 meters.
Oh,
So
solid.
breaking it up, and Leanne actually broke 2 halfway. So.
Smart. I mean, at this point, like we said, it's grippy. She has been holding on to something the entire time. So it's definitely gonna come a point where your hands just say, I can't anymore.
Right.
I've never, well, I have tried once. It didn't work out well for me. Would you recommend it all running? Because I'll do a brisk walk, but I can never quite run with the dumbbells. Is that something that people should or should not do?
Probably not, no.
Okay, good.
But a brisk, fast walk, I think, is perfectly fine. But I wouldn't suggest like trying to run.
Yeah.
Because I think at that point, maybe the weight is just going to be a little bit too light, too, right? You maybe should have gone just a little bit heavier.
Okay.
But one thing I wanted to note about the farmer's carry is if you can't do it outside, right, and you need to do it in place.
Right.
Some helpful tips for that could just be marching in place or stepping up onto like a low plate if you have one. Nothing more than like 2 to 4 inches.
Okay.
And that could kind of get the same stimulus of walking outside. Because I know for me, I have little kids, and sometimes it's hard to like leave the premises of where they're playing or whatever.
14:37 for Leanne.
Crushing it.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great idea. So you can do it in place. You can march in place, go up on like a plate. Love it. I mean, even if it's just like it's rainy outside and you just don't want to get wet.
And I know they were nervous about that because it is raining here right now too.
Yeah, we got lucky. It kind of it cleared up a bit, so at least they're not soaking wet from the rain. It's just the sweat. It's just the sweat.
DH actually brought his own towel, which was
yes. Get it, Leanne, doing a little dance. Get it. That's what's up. We put on a solid bring it back 80s and 90s jams for this workout. Happy with the playlist so far. And DH is going to take a moment here, pick up those dumbbells and go on what I'll refer to as the victory lap, because he is almost done.
He's almost done.
Like we said, guys, the score is the total time. The goal is 12 to 17 minutes. So DH has a little under 1.5 minutes to make it within the goal time. Will he make it, Chelsea? I don't know.
I don't know if he will.
I don't know, but Leanne is there for moral support, walking along with him. Notice she did not bring the dumbbells. Smart choice. Moral support only goes so far.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and he's going fast enough that she's kind of a little jog beside him. He's got a definite, I would call that a speed walk into a jog, a spog perhaps.
Yeah, I like it.
Love it. And look at their matching shirts. They did not even plan this today. That's the Street Parking Veterans tee. I absolutely love it. Like you said, Leanne is in the Air Force, coming up on 20 years. So thank you for your service, Leanne.
All right.
I'm loving this.
He's just about halfway. He'll be close to the goal
30
time.
seconds left. Ooh, I don't know. It's going to be a close one. Hold on. I'm going to take off my mic and yell at him. Come on, DH, 15 seconds! He's picking up the pace. I don't think he's going to make it, but it's going to be so close. Ooh, had to take another break. You can do it, DH. Come on, man. You see him shaking out his arms. The grip is just busted at this point.
One thing I really appreciate about DH when he works out is he's willing to go to the dark place.
Yeah, he is.
Pretty much every time, almost.
Yes.
So I very much appreciate that.
Last night he went to a very dark place. We witnessed it here at the Algraz Garage. Very, very dark indeed. Here we go, though. He's going to be coming in shortly. We are at 17:25. Let's see what the time is when he crosses the threshold here. The rain has just started to pick up. It held out till the 17 minute.
Yeah.
The only reason it's raining on him is because he went a little over the goal.
That's right. That's exactly right.
All right, 17:38 for the finishing time for DH and the Eye of Ra. That was your week 2024 street parking vault workout for 2023. That means we only have one more week until this vault round 1 is over. If you missed any, guys, don't worry, you'll have a chance to pick it up in the next round. We'll be repeating all the workouts again in the second half of this year. Let's go to DH and see what tips he has for us today on the Eye of Ra.
Wow, great effort by Leanne, huh? She was gone after that first round. I think you're gonna be surprised by how hard you can push on the wall balls to do them unbroken. So out the gate, just know you will get them unbroken. A couple things to consider. Your fatigue coming in from that first farmer carry, and then limiting how much rest you use before you go back into your next set of wall balls. And you can play a strategy there. If you know it's gonna take you a little longer to recover, take that time, but commit to doing them unbroken. Anything?
Yeah, that first round after getting back from the farmer carries was tough. It was tough on the shoulders, tough on the back, and I would say don't be afraid to take some breaks during your farmer carries. I wouldn't use it too much. I think I stopped twice at most. But just coming back into that first set of thrusters for me after that first round was like, whew.
I was
mental.
I was surprised how much the carry compounded to make the wall balls a little harder every round.
Yeah.
Like my shoulders got a little extra fatigued, my back, like you were saying, upper back too.
Yeah.
But I just told myself, like, to stay moving on the wall ball, it's a lightweight. You can always do another rep. Just stay calm. Play little like counting tricks in your head. I was like, I just got to 20 and then counted down from 20. For 30, I ended up doing 30. So it was challenging mentally, but just trust that your fitness is gonna allow you to do it.
I would say definitely shake out your arms when you do take breaks with the farmer carries, because I had to like swing my arms around and just stretch them out a little bit.
Yeah, my forearms are like cement right now. It's a great workout. Have fun with this one. Enjoy the Eye of Ra.
Welcome to week 24 of the 2023 Vault. This week we are taking on the Eye of Ra. This workout is 4 rounds of 25 unbroken wall balls, followed by a 200-meter farmer carry. Your score for this one is total time, and your goal is to finish in 12 to 17 minutes. So in order to finish in the goal today, you need to complete each round in 3 minutes to 4 minutes 15 seconds. Now, assuming you're doing it as it's written and you're getting the wall balls done unbroken, those 25 reps really shouldn't take more than 50 to 60 seconds. That leaves you with about 2 to 3 minutes to get through the carry and do any resting that you need to in order to start that unbroken set of wall balls. Now, we're prioritizing doing the wall balls unbroken today, and we realize not everyone has a variety of wall ball weights to choose from. So if you need to, we recommend throwing to a shorter target height in order to accomplish those 25 unbroken wall balls. But we still want those 25 reps to be challenging, so make sure that you're not throwing to a target height that makes those 25 reps easy. And finally, a 200-meter farmer carry is a bit longer than what you would typically see in our daily workouts, so you might want to consider using a slightly lower weight, something that allows for you to get those 200 meters done while braking no more than 4 times. That would mean braking every 50 meters or so. And I actually recommend braking from the start to preserve as much of your grip stamina as possible. Your shift workout is 5 rounds of 25 air squats, followed by 1 minute of a farmer carry. Your score for this one is total time, and your goal is to finish in 10 to 15 minutes. In order to hit the goal for this workout, you need to complete a round every 2 to 3 minutes. With 1 minute of that round tied up in the farmer carry, you're looking at 1 minute to 1.5 minutes to get through those air squats. Find a nice steady pace. Maybe consider pausing briefly at the top of each rep so that you find a good steady clip. Do your best to reach full depth, getting your hip crease below the top of your knee. If you can't do that for injury or mobility reasons, get as low as you can every single rep. For the farmer carry, choose a weight that you know you can carry for the entire minute. If you can't carry outside for space or weather reasons, feel free to do a hold or march in place. To see detailed demos of the movements in today's workout and to see customization options to make it work for you, head over to my.streetparking.com.